need more time.
Don't think.
All right. How's it going, Max?
I'm fine. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. I watched the dive yesterday, and oh my gosh, it was so tense. Like I kept like tensing up in my seat as because I wondered what was going to happen next. And overall, this is a fantastic movie.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
First question is, where did the idea come up for the movie come about? What was the influence behind it?
Well, it's a remake of a Swedish film that came out a few years ago called Breaking Surface, and yeah, that was the production company who had the remake rights of this approached me with it. And at first, I said, no, I don't want to do this. You know, it's I don't want to do a remake. Remakes suck. So but then I read the screenplay, and and when I did a lot of scuba diving in my life, and especially when I was younger, and I read it, and I thought, God damn it, I have to do it. I can't. I cannot not do it. I mean, what an opportunity to do a film like this, and to connect my passion for the ocean and my passion for scuba diving with this. And I thought, this is a lifetime opportunity. So I'm just a director from Germany who's that's just an opportunity I had to do. And then I started writing, and I started to be creative, and I thought, okay, what can I bring to the table that I can make it my film? And then I changed a lot, and then yeah, especially the characters and the ending and a little bit of the plot, but most of the basic plot line is actually from Breaking Surface.
Interesting. And what I really liked about this is when you see this type of movies, you usually get like more than just two characters. You get like maybe someone on the outside, a couple of people on the outside like concerned, but I really like the fact that it's isolated in a way, because you only have two characters in this whole movie, in Drew and May. And I gotta say, Sophie Lowe and Louisa Krause were phenomenal in this. And I like the fact that they would try to find a way to help her, and all you have is just these two characters. It's like they're this isolation. And what was it like working with these two?
Oh, it was amazing. It was amazing. I mean, I was so lucky to found them, because they didn't do any scuba diving in their life before. So they had to train to do this. First, we were looking for actresses who could actually dive and had experience, but it didn't work. So there were just too few. And then, yeah, then we did a long casting process. And after the casting process, we said, okay, now you have to start training. That was months before the actual shoot. And they had to become really, really good, because all you see in the film is, I mean, they actually do it. It's all for real. We shot it all underwater, so that when they take off the mask and they put it on again, and the water is like till here, and the water goes down, it's all real. There's no VFX, nothing. And to perform this, they had to be really, really good. Especially when you act like panic underwater, it's really close to the real emotion. And when you really start panicking underwater, it's really dangerous. So we had to make sure that they were really, really experienced and good. And, we were just lucky that they started loving it. They still dive, and they developed a passion for it. And so, yeah, and that was a pleasure working with them.
So this was shot on an actual location, because I know sometimes when they shoot underwater scenes, they use like a studio type thing with a tank, but was this actually shot on an actual location?
No, it was both. I mean, we shot like everything that is at the rock, but only that. This is a studio setup. Okay. But everything else, everything when they get away from the rock, everything else is in the ocean. And that was, of course, super challenging, but also the fun of it. Because when you're completely dependent on the weather, you're completely dependent on current, on if you can get to the location you were looking for before. We did a lot of really scuba diving location tours, which were great, of course. And then you find a spot, you choose the right time of day, because it's super important where the sun is, of course, and then because you can't light it, and then and you go there, and then go there on the shooting day, and it looks completely different because the visibility is not there anymore. The visibility in the water can change like from 1 minute to the other, and you have to be super flexible. then. But yeah, but when you have the camera underwater, like 30 meters underwater, and the weather is right and the sun is right, and you know, and it works, and you have the image. I mean, it's an amazing feeling.
Yeah, exactly.
It's really so rewarding.
Exactly. And that's why I feel like this is going to be a film that I think people should definitely check out. So for those waiting to see it, the movie's coming out on August 25th. And I swear, if I tensed up watching this in a, on a screener, people will tense up in the theaters watching this, like seeing what's going to happen next. And I hope they do. So everyone check out The Dive on August 25th. And Max, thank you so much for taking the time to talk about it.
Thank you very much.
All right. You take care.
Okay.
Bye-bye.